All right.
Three
Nope.
drinks in.
3
Welcome
drinks in,
to
brother.
our
3
first
drinks in.
episode.
Cheers.
Right?
Here we are.
Yeah. After about 15 different times of trying to get this thing to go, we finally worked through. We're hoping we worked through the technical issues. We're not sure about the sound right now.
You never know.
But either way, even if you guys can't hear us right now, it's still going to be more truthful than the CBC and the mainstream media. So,
you got that
they
right.
got that.
You got that right.
Yeah.
All right, so before we get going here, I do have something to say. I got to read my notes because I'm old school, right? I can't see it because I don't have my fucking glasses on. Anyway, it's got to do with me swearing. It's brought to my attention that some people don't like that. Well, it's a fucking shame, isn't it? All I got to say is do not equate my using profanity with my intellect and my ability to carry on a meaningful conversation, which boils back to the censorship. I do have a rather extensive vocabulary, and I choose to use it when and where I want. So if I use profanity, I use it. Does not mean I have to. Okay? I want to get clear the air on that right away. So, having said that, let's fucking get at her!
Can't not swear. Let's just put it like that.
I think I said that wrong. I had a much better speech, but
Well, you did. If you would have used your glasses, it probably would have helped.
That's right, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm kind of stubborn that way.
You can use these if you want.
Yeah, I don't think they'll help me fucking see. Anyway, when I get started, I think the first thing, look at this shit. I think the first thing we're gonna broach on is censorship.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm
See
saying?
a lot of that going on these days, like everywhere. It's either not talking about the important things, like what's going on with the farmers around the world right now. You know, here in Canada, our fearless leader, fearful leader.
This dickhead.
Yeah. He's trying to put a 31% tax on fertilizers, which is going to raise the price for farmers. They're already committed in a contract to buy this fertilizer. Now it's going up 31% because of the tax.
Not just the tax. He wants to reduce fertilizer use by 30%. Reduce.
That's all kind of connected. But we don't hear about any of this on the news.
Nope.
And so that's part of the reason that we wanted to start this podcast, was to get some of this information out there that's not being talked about.
That's right.
So we can talk about it through the air.
And just for dickheads information, Manitoba, Saskatchewan, Alberta have all told him they're not obeying his bullshit mandate. They are not going to reduce their fertilizer use. They're going to challenge it if he tries to raise the prices so they can't afford it. They will challenge it in court. You know, this guy's on the verge of splitting our country up.
And he has been for a while.
You know, and this is it all boils. See, my opinion. I'm pretty sure my buddy here is going to agree with me. Censorship entails it's a very wide scope. Censorship is censoring, obviously, fake news, omitting news, blatantly not reporting it.
Comes in all shapes and sizes.
Yes,
for sure.
like it's a very broad scope, and it's happening everywhere, to everybody in every country.
Yep.
You know what I'm
all
saying?
around the world. Yep.
I mean, when's the last time you seen on mainstream media what's going on in Europe? Governments are being toppled. Italy, France, Kenya, Sri Lanka, Germany, the Netherlands. As far as the eye can see, tractors.
You never see it on mainstream.
Never.
The only place you go is you have to go on to alternative news sites, which of course the legacy media says, oh, we can't rely on that. But we can't rely on them. And once you know, you can't unsee.
No.
You can't unsee what's going on.
And this is what they're doing. They're hiding this stuff for you because they don't want you to see it because they don't want it happening here.
Well, they know if people wake up and they know the truth of what's going on, people everywhere would stand up right away.
That's right.
But right now, everyone is asleep.
The masses will revolt. They will.
Yeah.
And it's going to happen. I mean, it's coming here to Canada. What they're doing in the Netherlands, this prick behind me here, this fucking bonehead, he's trying it here. He's already starting to implement that fucking garbage here. Sorry about the language, you know what I mean? I'm an iron worker, man. This is how we talk. Okay? Get over it. Anyway, I'll try not to swear so much. Really, I will. Fuck that. Anyway.
I believe you want to try. I believe you're trying.
Yeah.
You should see it when he doesn't try.
That's right.
This whole episode would be nothing but profanity. So, there's progress being made.
Yeah, that's because I'm real. I mean, like I said, I do not equate that with my intellect. Please don't make that mistake. People have. and I can bury him in an intellectual conversation on any subject. So, having said that,
Don't judge a book by its cover.
that's right. You don't never judge a book by its cover. You know what I'm saying? Unless the book is called Trudeau, right? I mean,
Well,
look at
that
the
book is empty.
You know what I'm saying? There's no writing on them pages, man. Oh, I couldn't find I promised our brothers and sisters down south something, but I could not find it. I'm looking to get a
Biden
American flag and a fuck Joe Biden flag, and this is the best I could come up with. Hopefully you guys can see that.
So we're going to actually set up a P.O. box up here, and maybe one of our friends down in the States can hook us up. These are 2 feet by 3 feet, so we want to get the same size. We found other ones, but they're bigger or smaller.
No.
We want to have everything congruent.
No.
So if one of you guys down there wants to buy a couple flags and send them up to us,
We'll
we'd
pay you
greatly
for them, man.
appreciate
We'll reimburse you.
it. Sure, absolutely.
No,
But
we're
we
not.
got to
We're
get our
not.
mailbox and all that stuff set up. So we're still in the.
We're not big
infancy
on charity.
stages here. But we're getting
Like
there.
we don't want charity. There's people that need charity, but it ain't us.
But we need a flag that's 2 foot by 3 feet.
Yeah, we gotta do
So
it, man.
either that or
Gotta
send
do
us a
it.
link where we can buy them. We haven't found them yet.
Yeah. So, back to the censorship. Like, this is what, when we said in our promo, that we need to start talking, communicating, and figuring out what the shit, what's going on, the shit that's going on behind our backs. It's the censorship. Censorship is such a huge part of what these people are trying, these globalists, these wannabe tyrants, what they're doing. If you control the media, you control the airwaves, you control the population. And they know that.
And this has been going on for decades. We
Oh,
just haven't
yes,
seen it.
man. Oh,
Over the last
yes.
2-3 years, I think it's really woken a lot of people up.
Yeah,
This
I
whole
mean, it's getting
COVID
so bad
mandate
now
and- yeah.
that, I mean,
It's
you
almost
can't trust
impossible
anything.
to not see it.
Nothing. I mean, not one mainstream media is reporting what's going on internationally and the people standing up against tyranny and their governments that are globalists that want to make us poor and turn us into slaves and obedient little vassals. Sorry, wrong word. Vassals. Look that up in the dictionary.
For
It
me,
means a
the-
fucking slave. Is
One
what
of the
it
biggest
means.
thing was down at the convoy. We were down there back in January, February. And what was being reported on the news here in Canada was completely the opposite of what was going on. The news was saying that there were a bunch of Nazis down there, racist, misogynist. Everyone was violent and starting fires. None of that was true.
None
We
of
were
it.
down there all the time, and it was nothing but peace
that's
and
right.
love. Our crime rate downtown went down 90%. The homeless situation basically disappeared. There were so many people giving out free food, free hugs. You bump into somebody,
Yeah.
it's not like you want to fight. It was like, hey, how you doing, man? And
No.
you could talk to anyone down there. It was the safest place you could be.
Yeah.
So-
but what the mainstream
But-
media
but-
does is they
so
take
the
a
exact same
dozen.
opposite.
They take a dozen people that are against freedom, and that's all they focus on.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this. The entire population of Ottawa is against this. No, there wasn't. There were 12 fucking people and I was there, flying Communist Party of Canada flags. Okay? The police stood against us,
And
protesting
that's
for freedom, and stood against us, beat people. You know what they did with these people? They surrounded them and protected them, walked them through the streets, stopped traffic for them. Okay? This is all part of censorship and the mainstream media's manipulation of what you see and what they think you should think. This is what we need to start talking about and realizing, getting involved. You know, if you're sitting here listening to us, you know, after we're done, man, hopefully you're talking, hey, man, we got to look into this shit. Start looking in, and you'll be floored by the lies that the government and the mainstream media have been jamming down your throat.
And when you are searching on the internet too, don't use Chrome or Safari. There's a browser out there called Brave, and it doesn't restrict Google searches. So
That's right.
It goes in, it doesn't filter out all the relevant sources that we're talking about right here, because that's a big problem too. You go on Google, you think you're finding everything when you search it. You're not.
No,
It's
you're
all
finding
being censored.
censored
Yep.
stuff.
So go to the Brave browser, search through that, and you'll come up with a lot.
There's a
more
few.
information.
There's a few search engines out there you can use.
DuckDuckGo is still okay,
Yeah,
but Brave is probably one of the better ones that I'm aware of anyway.
Yeah, DuckDuckGo is there.
Yeah.
A lot of people are saying. Are saying.
been
I
compromised.
mean, I've got the DuckDuckGo on my app, but on my phone.
They
app.
were selling that information to Microsoft too, though. So,
Yeah, so-
one of the most anonymous, from what I know, again, is Brave.
I think the biggest part of all this is we got to realize. We have to realize how we're being manipulated, because in this day and age, I mean, it's a fact. You know, social media, phones, devices, it's a huge part of our lives now,
Yeah, it's
You know
hard
what
to
I
get around without it now.
and they know that, and they're manipulating us with that. And we need to stand up to this shit, and we need to realize it. Excuse me, I gotta have a drink.
We need to have conversation, and that's what this podcast is about. So
It is.
we really appreciate you guys coming and joining us here today, because you know, this is new for us, and having your support is greatly appreciated.
Absolutely.
And if you haven't subscribed, please
Gotta
do
do
so.
it, man.
Please like, because
Yeah,
apparently that helps the cause. So
It does. I mean, we've been told that we don't know much about it,
but we were told to tell you guys, please subscribe. So,
please, like, share, subscribe. Like,
Yes.
share, subscribe.
That's it.
We want
Let's
this
read.
out there, and you know, I'm pretty sure people will like it, man. We're just fucking real people, man. We work our nuts off, and like a lot of people in the country, we're working our asses off and paying nothing but fucking taxes, and getting nothing for it. Getting stomped on, getting beat up, getting told what to do, how to do it. Put your muzzle on, and that's the other thing. These fucking masks are ridiculous, man. It's a muzzle.
They're not effective.
No,
They're not
it's a form of blind obedience, is what it is. I work with masks all the time. I know what they do and don't do, okay? And using these freaking masks, like the government's telling you, it's like using a chain link fence to stop fucking mosquitoes.
Yeah, it's a good analogy.
Useless. It's an obedience thing.
But the one that really gets me is when someone's driving alone in their car.
Yeah. What, you don't
What
know
are you
where your
protecting
car's
yourself
been?
from? Yeah.
Your car got some sort of STD or something?
Yeah.
Come on, man, get your shit together.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I
yeah.
feel bad for these people too, you know, because if
Yes.
they're living in that much fear, like, wow, what a poor life they have.
Well, and if we don't realize the censorship and the manipulation that's going on, it's going to be too late. Like, we're not kidding when we say this stuff's important.
Yeah, it's
Because
happening right now.
you're going to turn around one day if you're not paying attention. Like, this is our issue. We want people to pay. Talk. Let's figure out. Oh my God, this is what's going on.
Yeah.
While I'm at work working my nuts off, and then I come home, I take my kids or my grandkids to the park, and they're doing this all behind my back. You're going to wake up one day, it's going to be too late.
Yeah, and you go to buy your kids an ice cream, and now it costs $20 for an ice
That's
cream
right.
cone. And you can't buy an ice cream cone anymore. Like all the prices are going up. Gas, food,
Everything.
housing
Well,
prices.
look what they're doing. Look what they're doing with the freaking farmers. Are you out of your mind? No farmers, no food, people.
Yeah.
Okay? I ain't eating no freaking bugs. You know what I'm saying?
Crickets? Nah, that's
The day I see Trudeau sit down with a big plate full of grasshoppers and munch them all down, maybe I'll try it. But I don't
Until
think that
that day
day's
comes.
coming, okay? Yeah, and there's the censorship, hypocrisy, you know what I mean? He's got people wearing masks in freaking airports and on planes. Got rid of the vaccine passport, but you still have to wear your obedience fucking diaper.
Yeah, but as soon as he goes across the pond there to any other country, he's not wearing a mask. He's
No
2 feet
mask.
apart. But
Do
as
you-
soon as he comes back here, he's playing this charade.
I do have some numbers written down here that I am going to put my glasses on and make you aware of.
Yeah.
Mr. Trudeau is very rarely on the ground, by the way. Where is that number? I know it's here somewhere.
So we were talking about news agencies and how there's actually 90% of the news agencies are owned by one company.
One company, Black Rock.
BlackRock,
BlackRock.
yeah.
BlackRock. These guys control 90% of all mainstream media.
So that means 90% of what you're seeing.
That's right.
It's controlled
And
by
what
these
they
people.
want you to see is what you're going to see. What they don't
Whatever
want you to
fits their
see,
agenda.
you won't see it. If they don't want you to see it, you're not seeing it. And these guys are all, these companies are owned by globalists. George Soros is in there. This Vanguard company. These are the most rich, powerful. They say power, money is power. Well, then these guys are powerful. I don't believe that myself. I say power comes in numbers. But
Yep. Oh, it does, and they're scared of us. Like, if everyone wakes up, and that's the whole thing, is that we do have the power as the people, if we all come together. But
Well, that's it.
one on one, they're going to just like try to take us out one by. But if we come
That's
together
right.
as a group,
That's right.
and we're awake, and we have knowledge, that is power.
your freedom can't be saved by a handful of people. It cannot. This is why we're reaching out to. We want so many people, like you said, like, share, subscribe.
Yeah.
A handful of people can't do this. I mean, prime example, look at, they locked Pat King up, they locked Freedom George up, they locked Tamara Litch up. Because...
For mischief.
Yeah. 3 people that stood out, trying to scare the rest of them. Oh, yeah, you come up against us, we'll lock you up. Well, you know what? Lock me the fuck up. I don't care, man. You think I ain't been to jail before? Look at me. Okay? Your threats don't scare me. They shouldn't scare any of you people. Okay? There's strength in numbers. We got to do this. We got to let them know we're not scared of you, man. Because that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to scare us into submission. And this is not a conspiracy theory. This shit is coming true in real time.
It's conspiracy fact.
That's
what
it.
it is.
We need to realize what's going on. We need to talk to each other. We need to get involved. We need to, like I said, a handful of people can't do this. We need everybody to step up to the plate here.
Yeah.
You know,
We
if
have
you
to do it at the
value your
same
freedom,
time.
if you value your kids' freedoms, you know, your wife, your girlfriends, they're like, come on, man, because
This is going to affect generations to come, whatever the outcome is,
That's
either for freedom or not.
it's a
But either
God-given
way,
right.
It is.
But in this day and age, and since recorded time, people have had to fight for their freedom.
Yeah.
Because there's always tyrants and power-hungry sons of bitches that want to take it away from you.
And really what's going on here in my mind, this is really is coming down to good and evil. Because these people, the things that they're doing is evil. It's evil at its core.
It absolutely is,
So
man. You know?
it's a lot more than meets the eye.
I did find a number here with Justin Trudeau, right? So, Mr. fucking carbon footprint wants us all not to drive, cut down the fucking fertilizer, farming, whatever, you know what. Just in July, he flew 26,000 miles in his private jet. He has used more fuel in July. He used enough fuel to gas up the Freedom Convoy to Ottawa and back home.
All the time.
But he's lecturing us on carbon footprints. Kiss
Talk about
my ass,
hypocrisy.
man. You got to be kidding me. I mean, and how many planes? Well, this big climate conference they had in Europe, I think it was 100 and something countries flew there in their jets. Some of them had cargo planes full of armored limousines. Do you have any idea the fuel and the carbon footprint that's involved in this nonsense? Like,
Well, one volcano eruption, just one, is the same as all the cars in the entire world on the face of the earth in 1 year.
that's right.
So it's all BS. It really is
It's
all
it's
BS.
bullshit.
Yeah,
But
it's
you're
all
being
control.
manipulated.
It's all about control.
Yes, it's all
Yeah.
about control
Fear,
and
fear,
manipulation,
fear.
man.
Yeah.
This is what we're trying to get across, man. Like, you don't got to believe me, man. Take the time to do some independent research.
Yeah.
Do not go near anything mainstream or anything government
Look
because
into
they
it
will
for
lie to
yourself.
you.
You might surprise yourself.
Oh, you're going to be shocked. You're going to fall off your freaking chair. I mean, it's so out of control. And it's our fault. Our complacency in society has enabled them to have this kind of hold and this kind of power. It's our fault, so it's our responsibility to change it,
Yes.
to take our God-given rights back, freedom for our children, our Hey, by the way, I just became a great-grandfather.
Congratulations, Gramps. Great Gramps.
Jesus Christ, I'm old. Anyway,
We had a lot that we wanted to talk about, and I don't think we really got into everything that we did want to, but we're trying to keep things under 20 minutes because we don't want to drag things out, especially at the beginning. We're trying to, figure
Yeah.
out our little niche
yeah,
here. But
that's what I mean. We need people to
Yeah.
start following us,
Yeah.
subscribe, share, subscribe. Man,
We're
that's,
gonna find
that's got a good
things-
ring to it, eh?
It does.
Share, subscribe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
yeah,
that's
really,
why we're not gonna go much past 20 minutes. We don't want to take up too much of your time. If we can get more people involved, we'll drag it on. We'll talk about more stuff. I mean, we do have our email. It's up on. It'll be up on our.
should be flashing right
It should be
about now.
flashing, yeah. And you can, if there's subjects you want us to talk us about, or you got something
Yes.
to say to us, man,
Add
just
in the
send us
comments.
an email, man.
Tell us your thoughts.
Yeah, yeah.
By all means.
The
You can
real
be raw.
3 drinks in.
That's
The
it.
real 3 drinks in, all
Real 3
lowercase
drinks
at
in.
Gmail.
Yes.
We're getting on it. We're going to open a website. Like we said, we're
Bit
not.
by bit. We're working. We're working
We
on
ain't tech. We ain't tech geeks, right?
it. We got a camera. We got a microphone. We got a laptop. Hey, we're rolling.
yeah, we got cold beer too, right? But yeah. So yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it.
Oh, one more show. Might not be on at the beginning of this episode, but we got a little ditty of music that's going to for our
yeah.
intro there.
Thank you
Thanks
to
to
our friends.
Karen and Attila Novak.
Yes. Much appreciated.
They're over in Hungary right now. Their band. That's all they've ever done is make music.
Amazing music.
And if you want to listen to some of their music, you can go to Karen's single band. Look them up. They're
We'll
good.
throw that in the comments there too.
Absolutely.
As soon as we learn the technology to do that.
Hopefully we got you guys thinking, for starters, on censorship and the broad scope that it entails. Look, I didn't swear, right? It tails.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, fuck that.
I think we're gonna start a swear counter on here. Every
A
episode
swear
we'll see-
jar.
yeah.
Oh, God, I'll be
Yeah.
rich in no time. Either rich or poor, one
Yeah.
or the other, right?
I think I'll be poor. I'm gonna take the jar.
We want to get them. We want to get your brains going, right? And we're gonna cut it short. This is our first attempt at an episode.
Yep.
So
Just over 20 minutes.
just
Not
over.
bad.
We're
Not
at
bad.
20 minutes in 16 seconds. We might stretch it out to 21 minutes, man. We're rebels. We like to live dangerously. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, we can drag it out for hours.
Hey, my brother here is wearing camouflage. Can you guys see him?
I'm honest today. All right. Thank you guys so much. Like, subscribe, share. We love you guys.
We're into it, man. We'll get more involved. And we will have to, like I said, we work. We're doing this shit after work, and to get on the computers and on the internet and look up facts and sites and verify stuff. It's very time consuming for us because I spend hours doing it because I don't want to bullshit nobody, right? I don't work for the CBC. Thank you, but
Look into these topics for yourself.
Yes.
That's the best thing you can do.
yeah, get your fingers
Think
going.
so.
You know, instead of playing a game on your phone.
15, 20 minutes.
That's right, and find out what we're talking about. It's real. Let's get them wheels turning. Let's get talking to each other, and let's get involved.
Yes.
And let's save our God-given rights. We have a God-given right to be free, to enjoy life, to have quality of life. We weren't born to be told by some elitist politician about what rights we are supposed to have and are allowed to have. No, sir. You are hired to run the infrastructure of the country. That's it. Hope we can get your wheels turning,
Yes.
like my brother said. And he is my brother.
And until next time,
Until next time,
3 drinks in.
3 drinks in, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you again soon. We're going to
Till
do
next
this
time.
in the next 48 hours. Going to punch out another one.
Yes.
Love yous.